Thank you, Peter. Here's the latest tonight. Inside an Oneida courtroom this morning, heated back and forth exchange with a judge denying motions from 4 Marcy Corrections officers accused of killing inmate Robert Brooks. The 4 COs in question were going through some pretrial proceedings, each hoping to have various trial motions approved. Our Hannah Devaney was in the courtroom and breaks down the latest tonight.
3 of the 4 correction officers here today are facing manslaughter charges, while the 4th is facing murder in the 2nd degree. All 4 officers here today are asking to be tried separately. Former CO Nicholas Anzalone's defense started proceedings questioning the separation of powers of the district attorney. Prosecutors said once the attorney general takes over a case, they have the same powers of the county district attorney. The judge denied 2 motions from Anzalone, but did grant him the ability to review the grand jury's court minutes. Michael Fisher's defense said the evidence is legally insufficient. Fisher is being charged as an accomplice to manslaughter, but his attorney says the statement from prosecutors did not state how he aided in the beating. Fisher is also being charged with the failure to intervene, which his defense says even if he intervened earlier, it's not a given Brooks would have survived. The prosecution stated the opposite, saying that if Fisher had stepped in, Brooks may have survived. Michael Mayshaw's defense said duty to intervene, one of his charges, is an assumption and not a criminal charge. The defense also brought up the mental culpability of Mayshaw. Prosecutors and the defense went back and forth on what the duty to intervene really means. The judge denied the suppression of statements to law enforcement and denied a Fry hearing, which is a legal proceeding used to determine admissibility of scientific evidence. A review of the grand jury minutes was also granted. The courtroom got heated when it was David Walters' turn. Walters' defense said prosecutors manipulated the grand jury by showing what they say is a misleading video. Defense saying prosecutors showed the grand jury the video with name tags on all of the officers involved in the beating and killing of Brooks. The defense also said on Christopher Walrath's body in the video, prosecutors put David Walrath. Defense is saying this is misleading and could cause the jury to believe this is David Walters. Prosecution said this was a typo, a mistake, and should not impact the trial.
They don't mention the completely false fabricated name that was presented to the grand jury. And probably in hopes that the court would ignore it as well.
The one small typo should not completely undo the entire grand jury presentation.
The judge denied David Walters' request to have statements to law enforcement suppressed. The judge did grant Walters a review of the grand jury minutes. Walters' next hearing is scheduled for August 14th. Reporting in Utica, I'm Hannah Devaney.